The Wellness Show, episode number 317.
Welcome to The Wellness Show, a podcast on health and wealth. I'm your host, Tyson Bannigan, the founder of the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy. Join me as we get the latest insight, tips, and strategies from wellness providers, coaches, and successful, heart-centered entrepreneurs, and much, much more. All right, we are now live. This is The Wellness Show. And if you've been on the Healing Hour, it has the same format as the Healing Hour. It's a live show on Facebook Live, and you can phone in toll-free in North America, 1-866-369-7464. I'm your host, Tyson Bannigan. My nickname is the Energy Detective. I'm interested in dowsing and energy healing. But this show is focused on health, wealth, and enlightenment. So this is an anything goes show. So if you've got any questions about what's up in your life, what's the weather on planet Earth, what are we looking forward to, anything and everything is wide open here. And I am the druid. I'm the wizard. And this wonderful lady here, she is the psychic. So there's two of us, and we're here from two different perspectives to answer all your questions in whatever way that you want to pose them. So Laura will be taking your questions live. If you want to type them in during the show, we'll pick them up there. Want to phone in, toll free, 1-866-369-dowsing or 1-866-369-7464. Maybe you can type that in there for everybody to see. Also, you can come in internationally on WhatsApp. That's 1-250-803-2480. And so here we are, we're on our way. This is the first show in this format, and I'm quite excited about this. Already we are being courted to take our show elsewhere, or a larger audience. So wow, we didn't even know that that was a possibility, and here we are. We launched the show, brand new show in a new format, and not only that, we have guests that want to show up. So this show will be a combination of the old format, which is interviewing health and wellness practitioners, heart-centered entrepreneurs, and those that want to bring about change in people's lives and on the planet. So we'll be having guests on this show as well. So if you would like to be on this show, just send us an email and tell us what you'd like to talk about. So we have an upcoming guest. She just had a near-death experience, and out of that near-death experience, she has been able to channel light language, and she'd like to come on the show and explain her experience. And so she's a good friend, so I'm quite excited about having an interview with her. Nothing like a near-death experience to wake you up. Highly recommended that you don't go that far, that you wake up, take back your personal power and stand your truth without having to have a near-death experience. But if you do, and you get a chance to talk to the angels and understand what your soul path is, you're probably going to have a better, clear idea what this incarnation is all about. So if that's the way you want to learn and grow, go for it, okay? And if you want to learn to grow in a little simpler, more peaceful way, then give us a phone call. It will help you get from where you are to where you want to be. So Laura, do you have any brilliant things to say? What's up in your life?
I'm excited about the wellness show. I bring it out to a larger audience. Tyson and I have been doing a different show on Tuesday afternoons, actually, right?
Yeah.
And we decided that we wanted to hit a different audience and try out more questions, more.
Yeah, maybe we could say it another way. We wanted to do the same show as we did, but it was in the Dowsing and Energy Healing Close Facebook. And we really confined it to dowsing, energy healing, what's up in your life and how can we break you free? And we love to do that, but we decided, we would like to have a broader audience than be able to bring in current affairs, what's happening on the planet. Is there such thing as, ascension problems? Is there, what is the next generation thinking about? Is there evolution in consciousness? What's the coronavirus all about anyway? What do you see coming down the pike on planet Earth? Anything and everything is wide open. So we'll get it from two different perspectives. I'm an empath. Laura is what are you, third or fourth generation? Third generation.
No, fourth.
Fourth, psychic. And, I have a background, I a bit of a druid, a bit of a wizard, a bit of an empath, a dowser, energy healer, well, whatever. So we can get at this from a whole different set of perspectives and answer your question. If we don't know, we'll
Yeah.
refer you to somebody who does know. So we got anybody out there?
We do. How do they get on Zoom? What's our number here?
I'm not absolutely sure. I think it's actually in the description of the show. And if
Is
it
it?
is, it will be in there next week. So if you go to Zoom and you type it in, the numbers are 601-812-135. If you come on, we are not going to let you hide in the background. We're going to put you right live on the show. So we're going to give you a warning up front. So if you want to join us and be like a co-host, then come and join us. I mean, you can hide back in the background, but we really love people to, like if you're a healer or you have something to say that you'd really like to get out, this is your opportunity to join us and be part of this show for a few minutes. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. One of the our Orzig is going to come on. Yeah, OZGE
Okay.
AR.
Oh, hey, she is. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Let's
she's
let her in.
going to come on. Yeah, there we go.
All right, let me see here. We've got one attendee, and there she is, or he. Sorry if it's a he or you, I don't know. Promote to panelists. So you are now coming on. So yeah, you just rang our doorbell, and we're going to open the door. And where are you?
She just has to unmute if she would like to ask a question.
Yeah, so you're unmuted, so you could ask us questions. And if you want to put, oh, where you are. So welcome to the show. You're our first guest of honor. Wow, and I love that banner painting behind you. That's gorgeous.
It is.
I had a hard time finding the Zoom link. I was like looking through your Facebook
Mhm.
pages and I couldn't get to the ID.
Yeah,
It'll be
it was a
there
mystery.
next week.
Yeah, it was a mystery, and you found us, so that's really good.
Yeah.
So what's up with you? What's happening?
I don't know. A lot is happening since the end of 2019.
Yeah.
I am separated.
Wow.
Recently, my husband just moved out. So I'm in a transition period, trying to get used to it.
Wow. So are you a painter? Is that your work behind you?
Yeah, that's my work. That's my,
Wow.
like, lots of things in my mind from a month ago or so. It happened like in a few hours and I didn't finish it yet. There's some white spots.
Well, I don't know. It's pretty amazing the way it is. It's like fire everywhere, fire elemental.
Yeah, kind of. It was supposed to be waves, horizontal, but then I liked it vertical like that. And I put more colors and stuff, but I didn't finish it. I will finish it when I feel like.
I don't know. It may be finished the way it is. It looks like the Phoenix Rising to me. It looks like your new energy, your new birthing. I love it.
Yeah, I feel like 2020 will be rebirthing for me. I just turned 44 last week. And
wow, that's a magic number.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Another.
Well, I like that idea about, that this being your Phoenix, this being your resurrection, this is a new beginning. It seems to really, really like the right time. So what else do you do? Are you an artist full time or?
No, actually, I'm an architect. I studied architecture, but I studied back in Turkey in metric system. Since I moved to US, I haven't worked as an architect. And I'm a Reiki master since 2003. And I'm an emotion code practitioner as well, certified emotion code practitioner. And I'm working on my own issues and on my clients. Most of my clients are from Turkey or from all over the world.
Yeah.
And I kind of took a break for the last 2 months because I was working on my family, myself, and trying to get used to the new situation and stuff. But I'm starting again in February. I put like after my birthday, I'll start again. And so.
Yeah, that's exciting. I work with Divine Mother Energies, and there's a huge following of the work that John Chandler is doing in teaching people how to channel or I guess channeling is, I don't know if that's the right expression. Let's just say work with Divine Mother Energies, and a huge group is from Turkey. So yeah, lots going on in Turkey. Lots of the old stuff that's locked in the land is being released. A lot of the trauma, the curses, and all the stuff that's centuries and centuries old is coming out and being bust loose. It's exciting to me that many people in Turkey are, what could we say, waking up or remembering who they are. It's a very exciting time. And then, of course, Turkey's in the crossroads between the ancient world, right?
Yeah.
And the new world. So historically, it's a very, very important crossroads between many cultures, the Eastern and the Western. So there's multiple points of view. So how did you find yourself coming to the States?
I moved here to be with my husband.
Well,
So
there you are, and here you are. All right. And now you're on your own with a
yeah,
brand
I'm
new,
on my own. I
with a
moved
new
here for
beginning.
him, but now he's not with us.
Right. So do you want to stay? Does it seem like this is the place to be?
Uh, that's a complicated question.
Yeah, I bet it is.
They don't speak Turkish. It will be a big transition if I move back to Turkey for them.
Yeah.
And I don't want to move them so far away from their father. They are
Yeah.
really close. So, and he was my best friend from high school. So we have known each other for 27 years now. So it's a complicated situation. We're still friends,
Right.
but in a relationship, we couldn't get along. It was a toxic relationship, and it was
Yeah,
hard.
sometimes that's the way it is. It can be different. So how many children do you have?
2,
And how old are they and how at age?
10 and 6, a boy and a girl.
Wow. So are they empathic kids?
Little one is, yes, my
Yeah.
daughter is very empathic. Sometimes I can't believe her comments to the
Yeah.
situations. She talks like a 50-year-old.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it amazing? They're coming like little gurus or the ancient beings in little bodies. It's amazing.
Yeah, they are like our teachers.
Yeah.
They teach us a lot.
Well, we're
Yeah.
hoping to reactivate the Rainbow Children's Network. One of my passions is to help moms understand these kids and also grandparents. I think it's harder for grandparents, like having an understanding of the next generation, which is completely sees the world, more holistically, and have more so their clairs already fully activated. And grandma and grandpa saying, "What's going on with this kid?" And they don't understand that that kid is normal. They're the one that's sort of abnormal now. So yeah, so the Rainbow Children's Network is something that I'm hoping will become more active. And do you know about Theta? Like Theta has a whole program on working with rainbow children. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard about theta healing a lot, and I've read books about it. And it's very popular in Turkey as well. There's a lot of energy healers in Turkey.
Yeah.
And everybody's interested in this kind of stuff. So,
Right.
yeah.
Well, we're launching the mastermind for empaths. We're bringing together 8 empathic business people who want to take their business to the next level and want to learn from each other, because where 2 or more are gathered, there am I. So the power of the group is really exponential to take your business to the next level. And I think I'm now in 4 different mastermind groups where we're all working together. And I have to say, it's pretty amazing the results that we're getting. When we focus one person, it just, one of them is in the National Gallery with her felt products, which is one of the ones behind me here. This is her product here. Beautiful. And she's in the National Gallery in the US, becoming a world-class artist. And it just, her whole thing is just taking off because we can help focus her on her next step as a group. So working as a group, I found is really, really powerful. So that may be something. I don't know whether that's something that interests you, or if you can't do it this time around, well, probably the door will be open in another 6 months. But we have 4 more positions available to work with us this go around, and there'll be 2 different points of view. One will be from Jerusalem. My co-host is a coach that helps break people free She comes from a Jewish background, and the Kabbalah is part of her teaching. And I'm coming more from a Western Druidic wizardry type approach. But we found something magical happened when we worked together in a group. People started to clear like much quicker than we could do it individually. So we got excited. Let's work together. Let's see if we can make this magic work. So the magic of a group is something that I'm quite excited about. All right, so we got anybody else there, Laura, that's ringing our doorbell that wants to say hello or any questions?
Apparently, but I don't understand why I'm not getting them.
All right,
Somebody just said that they did ask a question and I was like, okay, but I'm not seeing it. So maybe I need to go on my,
Is this also at Facebook Live? I couldn't find it.
you couldn't find what?
it is, it's on the,
on Facebook Live.
Yeah, that
On
you're
the-
on Facebook Live right now.
Yeah, I was searching for that. I couldn't find it. Then I messaged Laura and she sent me the Zoom link.
Yeah, it's actually in Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy Facebook page, and it was in the dowsing and energy healing. Maybe you could whip over there, Laura, and see if it's coming up there.
it is.
Yeah.
She's, I think, used to because we were on the other Facebook page, but this one's open. So it's the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy. And we do have a question if you want me to.
Okay, it should be also running simultaneously in the dowsing and energy healing as well. So they might want to be, there may be questions there as well. It's actually running on 3 different sites simultaneously this time around.
Oh, okay. So here's one. I'm getting over a virus and very low energy. I've also noticed that when I am sick, I have a harder time as an empath protecting myself from other people's feelings.
Yeah, that's really, really true. It goes to show you as an empath, it takes a lot of energy to stand in our truth and not be overwhelmed. So what if you did the deep clearing protocol so that after 21 days it was just running automatically and it wasn't something that you needed to worry about whether you had a virus or not. So it's sort of like, you get a virus because your immune system is down and you're opened up energetically to a virus. It's the same thing with your energy field. It's like a virus is an interruption into your energy field from other people that really, when your energy field is stronger, will no longer affect you. So think of the fact that you're overwhelmed by other energies as having an emotional virus. So you got 2 types of virus. You got a physical virus and an emotional virus. So we can clean out the emotional virus really, really quick for you, and then you won't have to deal with that again. And Laura can take you through that, right, Laura?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Tony too.
And Tony too, and Tyson too. Or Tyson 3, I guess.
There's 3 of you now.
Yeah, well, there's 3 of us, right?
You do have this running simultaneously, so this is going to be interesting on how I'm going to keep up with this. I don't know.
Yeah, you'll do a great job. So
I will. Okay, thank you.
All right, so I can see I'll just pop over and see if there's anything on the dowsing and energy group.
I've got that one. And I've got the Extraordinary Healing Nerds. I don't know what other one you have, so you go to that one.
No, okay, that other one doesn't really matter. They can catch us over here. Oh, and then there's the Oneness Network, so I can check that out.
Well, there's 4. I can't keep up with this.
That's all right. They've never had anything on the Oneness Network, so they're probably wondering, what is this all about? But that's okay. We'll get them all trained about what it is that we're trying to do here.
Okay.
Yeah, I never had the opportunity to go on to other networks simultaneously, so it's pretty neat. So let me just see if I am on that one, or we are there. We are many places simultaneously. We're interdimensional beings.
I wonder if.
Yeah, it's got our poster there, but I don't see us absolutely live yet. So the other thing that I was thinking about, I don't see us live, is that we could, talking to my Facebook coach, she had to suggest to know, okay, well, you're changing the time of your show and you're changing where you're hosting your show. Why don't you do a watch party back into the group? And why don't you have a set time in the Dowsing Energy Healing closed Facebook group where you would make it available for them to do the watch party? So
Oh.
I thought that was a really neat idea. Hello, you're welcome to the Wellness Show. Hi, you're live on the show. Do you have a question or?
Actually, I was just calling for prayer or healing. Sorry.
Okay, and so what's up with you? What's going on?
Just for I'll say direction, discernment,
Oh, great.
guidance,
All right, so what would you like some guidance on?
my career path.
All right,
I've been seeing synchronicities. I've been, meditating and trying to cleanse my aura and my energy. And I've been seeing synchronicities, but I still feel like I am somewhat yet stuck.
yeah,
Of not knowing where my path should be leading me when it comes to like a career change.
right. Now, are you wanting to do your own career or you're looking for a job or tell me more?
Well, I currently work for a company,
Yeah.
but I mean, I want to do something different. It's just a matter of finding the means to and trying to find my passion.
Right. Well, one of the things we can do is, first of all, can I check your energy field on a scale of 0 to 100?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Can I check your energy field on a scale of 0 to 100?
Sure.
All right, so let's see what's going on here. Well, you're at 75%, so yeah, if we did a clearing around you or you learned how to do your own clearing, you'd have a quarter or more energy when you get up in the morning. How would that be?
She does do it, Tyson.
What?
She is doing the clearing. This is I know this person.
Okay, Laura knows this person. Okay, so Laura, take it over.
Oh, okay. So,
Hello.
hi, honey. How are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
Oh, good. Thank you. So, have you done the clearing protocol yet today?
No, I have not.
Right.
I the clearing protocol in probably 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. So you were done. You were over the 21 days. Okay. Have you been doing the clearing, the short one?
No, I haven't done that one.
Okay. Well, considering that you're 75% clear and you haven't been doing it for 2 weeks, that's pretty good. But I would suggest going back and doing the short form, which is in the back.
Okay.
And that's something that we can go over, and then like tapping your head so that all you have to do eventually is just say clear and tap your head or tap your heart space.
Yeah.
And then as far as like another career path.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me just tap into that. I don't see anything coming in like within the next year. I think in the next year you're going to be doing some inner work so that you can figure out what it is that you would like to pursue. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And one of the possibilities is when it feels right, we can do a session with you. It's called What Are Your Divine Gifts, right? And we can determine everybody has 7 divine gifts. And for each person, 3 or more, usually just 3, but some people have 4, which are stronger than the others. And once you know what your divine gifts are, you know how the divine flows through you. And then you learn, well, what happens when you're not aligned with your divine gifts? What sort of recurring patterns show up in your life? And once you know that and they show up, you can say, oh, whoa, I'm not in my divine gifts. Let's get back to that. He also has a series of words that vibrate with you. So as you start to do your marketing or describe who you are, if you use those power words, they resonate 100% with who you be. And then the next step from that is, then what's this incarnation all about? And we do a numerological report on what this incarnation is all about. We put the two together, and then we take what is your hopes or dreams or what you would like to do. And then we align that also when you go deliver your unique gifts to the world, you're in total alignment with what it is that you want to do. And let me tell you, I wish somebody had done this for me many, many years ago.
Right.
So it makes it so much easier. So just to let you know, all that's available. If this is the time in which to do the clearing and healing, take back your personal power, then that's really a good foundation. Think about it as growing a deep taproot into the earth to keep you secure as you move forward, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's do a short clearing for you, okay? How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to do it. So I, Tyson Bannigan, for everybody on this call or listening to this call, undertake a short clearing in my I am presence with this Divine Mother, Divine Father, and the source of all that is. And I clear any and all intrusions into anybody's energy field from any and all sources, known or unknown. And I clear their matriarchal and patriarchal lineages, soul family, star family, and family lineage of any and all core fractures, toxic emotions, unresolved conflict, and undertake this clearing from the multidimensional levels of reality. And I declare it so, so be it, it is done. Thank you. So I'm just letting, if you haven't seen what I'm doing, the pendulum is doing its thing counterclockwise. It's just symbolizing the amount of energy that's being removed. And when it comes to rest, which it just has, it means that it's clear. So now I'm just going to check in, scale of 0 to 100. And in this moment, you're clear. So if you have any feeling of that you feel different in this moment about what you might have felt 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago, try and hang on to what that feeling feels like. Like, do you feel clearer? Is there more space? Is there warmth? Whatever that feeling is, if you can hang on to it so that you know when you have that feeling that you're clear, it will help you know when you're there and when you're not there.
Right.
All right. So thanks for showing up. Thanks for being brave and phoning in and being a guest on the show. And you know where we to find us, eh? Every week, same time, same place. So bye for now.
Bye.
All right, the lines are now open. It's toll free in North America, 1-866-369-7. 1-866-369-7464 or 1-866-dowsing. You can also join us by WhatsApp internationally, 1-250-803-2480. And of course, you could join us on Zoom and actually help co-host the show and get your 2 bits in here. So did you have an inkling or things that you felt about the recent call, Oz? Did you have any intuition or anything with the caller?
I had a similar question too.
Okay, go for it.
I'm not working as an architect. I have kind of a disappointment about it because I was really good at it. I studied in one of the best universities in Turkey. And until I moved here, I worked as an interior designer, project manager, and worked with international projects and stuff. But after I moved here, I couldn't start because of the metric system, inches and feet differences. And
Oh, sure.
I had the kids and I decided to stay with them when they were little.
Right.
So I was a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
And since they started preschool and stuff, I had more time to myself and I went back to energy healing. I found out about the muscle testing and the emotion code and body code, and that helped me a lot. And all the people around me. And then I decided to get certified. And now I do sessions, online sessions, remote sessions.
Yeah.
And I do workshops, mostly in Turkish. I have more of a followers or audience in Turkey, and there's not many certified emotion code practitioners from Turkey. There's only 2 right now. So
Right.
yeah, I'm still working on that, but I might need a full-time job too. So I have a question like that as well, like the perfect job.
Yeah, when I tuned
My
into you and
purpose
I
and
heard that you were
everything.
an architect, I got exciting because being an architect is really, really highly creative as an artist. And
I want to be creative again, and I couldn't find those creative outlets for the last few years in my life.
yeah,
And they put me in a like a stuck
yeah,
situation,
Mhm.
and that gave me lots of anger issues. And now I'm releasing all that,
Mhm.
and I want to be more creative. And I like helping people as well. So I like doing sessions, workshops, or I also do 21-day meditation challenges in Turkish with
great.
hundreds of people. And I really feel fulfilled with that. But I also want to do creative designing stuff, but I don't know where to start from.
Well, I think here, I'll babble. I can't help myself, and then I'll let you go, Laura.
Let me go then.
And then I'll let you go.
Okay.
Unleash her. Yeah, there, I think there's, when I tune into you, helping create sacred space is really, really important. And that there's a whole part of architecture that hasn't really been touched in this country, and that has the European influence. I would call it sacred spaces. I
Mhm.
have a number of books on that. I was actually just thinking of the book this morning, where the space that you're creating is a sanctuary. It's really, the whole design of it is to raise consciousness, right? It's not the box format that we normally think of architecture. And I have a feeling that if you looked at sacred geometry and sacred design,
I love
architecture,
geometry, and I've been working on those shapes and those spirals and the
yeah, well,
rolling.
this, I want you to keep going for that, because if you keep doing your art, which is opening you up to the divine, that you're going to find yourself in the right place at the right time with the right contract. So I wouldn't get overly worried about it. I just keep opening that doorway, that channel through your creative work, like the painting behind you, which really inspires me,
Mhm.
and it will come, and don't worry about it. That's what I would say. All right, Laura, I'll take you off the leash. Sorry, I had to jump in there.
No, that's perfectly fine because I was getting more information as you were talking, and I agree um, with the sacred space and that not the I I'm really from woman to woman, honey. I'm really sorry that you lost your husband. On one hand, because it's difficult, to go through those kind of transitions, and my compassionate heart just reaches out to you and says I'm sorry. But on the other hand, like there's so much opening up for
Yeah,
you. Yeah,
it's a possibility.
there's
Yeah.
so
I'm excited
much.
about that. I have so many dreams, and now uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. But sometimes, like having two little children, they are with me all the time, and I don't have family here, so I cannot just drop them with someone. So I feel stuck in that way as well. I love them so much, and
Oh,
they are
right.
the two precious things, like most precious things I have in this world. But I feel like, well, how am I going to do what
Don't
I
worry
want
about it.
to
Oh,
do?
I'm
I
telling
want to
you,
travel again. I want to
Right.
design. I want to help people. I want to do
Well,
lots of things.
this is what I see. I agree with Tyson. I believe that someone's going to approach you
Uh-huh.
uh, about working, and that so you don't have to worry about that. And like the translating from the metric to the to our system, there's there's the systems now, or the computer programs do it for you too.
Yeah.
And I see you working on a computer, and it's it almost feels like
And I feel like I also traveled a lot during college years and in my like
Mhm.
first years of working as an architect. And I was working for the international projects, shop interiors, office spaces, and stuff like that.
yeah,
I have been to many of the countries in Europe, and I have been to Egypt a lot. And I went to Egypt for an internship in 1996. And
wow,
after that, I got an offer to work as a tour guide. And I went to Egypt as a tour guide at least for 10 years, twice a year. And I've been having dreams of those temples in Egypt, especially the temple in Karnak.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing all those columns and the sky behind it.
Mhm.
I feel like Egypt is calling me back. I want to go back to Egypt.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Traveling wise, I don't know.
Oh, okay, but not to live, just
not
go
to
there?
live, yes.
Okay,
to
okay,
visit.
okay, okay.
Well,
Okay.
the sacred geometry of Karnak and you know, and those places is, you know, translated into this world or into this reality
Uh-huh.
is really, really special. And
Oh,
so
okay.
I kept getting a feeling that as you do your art, I want you to keep doing your architecture. What I mean is I want your sketchbook. I want your design. I want to see your design book. I want that design
I
book
used
to
to
be
have
up
one
to
of
date.
those years and years ago. I haven't like drawn
But
it.
I want you to start it again.
Yeah.
I want that design book to be fresh and new and full of all sorts of design. I want you to go crazy, just like you did behind you with that painting. You thought you were starting with waves and you ended up with fire. I want you to do the same thing as the architect. I want you to think, well, I'm doing this, and then I want you just to be guided. I tell you, it will come through. It will be so powerful. And when the right person shows up, and they're going to say, show me your portfolio, say, oh, by the way, here it is, right?
Mhm.
And it'll be a done deal. So yeah, all your dreams can come true. The biggest thing is to get out of your own way. And what I mean by that is stop obsessing by it.
Mhm.
Just do your art. Just love your kids. Just be creative. Like take the time to paint, take the time to do your portfolio, leave all the rest of the divine. I guarantee it will all come about in ways that you could never, ever imagine.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
what I see for you. I'm so excited for you. It's
Mhm.
going to be wonderful, right?
Thank you. I'm excited too.
Yeah. Oh, here's another phone call. Hi, this is Tyson, and this is the Wellness Show. Welcome to the show. Hello.
If there's no one, I'll
Yeah,
ask.
you're on the Wellness Show. So do you have anything that you would like to ask, or what's up in your life, or what's going on?
Wait, I'm on a show?
You are on the show live. Right now, you're on Facebook Live.
Oh.
This-
Oh, my mistake.
No, that's okay. There's no mistake. What would you like to ask? Anything?
Is this like a spiritual channel?
It can be anything you want. What's your question? Anything.
Well, I mean, I think I probably put the wrong number in.
Well, there's no such thing as a wrong number. So.
I'm sorry. I thought this was like a spiritual number.
Well, it is a spiritual number. So I'm not saying it's the Wellness Show and health, wealth, and enlightenment. What could be more spiritual than that? So what's up? What's the question? You got a psychic here. You got a wizard here. What would you like to ask?
Well, it's about how to remove a demonic.
All right, there we are. You're in the right place. Okay. So tell us what's going on. Short, not the whole story of your life. Just basically what's going on.
Okay. A few months ago, I ended up I kind of made a mistake on a ritual, and I ended up getting demonic entities attached to me. And for the 7 months, I've been dealing with them. I've just been wondering how to get rid of them.
All right. Well, you come to the right place. So what were you doing? Were you doing drugs or ayahuasca or LSD or something like that, or what?
Oh, no, I was trying to make contact with an entity, and
Yeah.
I kind of opened myself up, and next thing you know, they just invited themselves in.
They said, thank you for the invitation. Yeah, okay, got it. Okay, so now you have entities that they're not the best friends to have in your life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, the way we deal with clients like that is we really help you take back your personal power, stand in your truth. One of the ways to do that is what we call a 21-day deep clearing, which is really clearing your energy field of what no longer serves you. What it does is think of it as giving you a suit of armor and bringing up your energy in your protection so you can't be repossessed again. Because if, you know, I'm an exorcist, or which I don't particularly like the name, but you know, if I booted everybody out of your energy system right now and sent them all packing, they would be back in your system really shortly unless you do the work to build up your energy field so repossession is not a problem.
Right.
So we got to do this together. I help clear you out, and so does Laura. Clear you out, and you bring up your energy field so you can protect yourself. And we work together hand in hand over a 21-day period to get you cleaned up. Is that something that you feel that you could do?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll take about, what does it take, Laura? About half an hour in the beginning?
Yep. Yep. 20 minutes to a half hour.
Yeah,
Yep.
you'd have to commit 20 minutes to half an hour for 21 days. Could you do that?
I'll give you guys like half an hour.
Yeah, you'd have to commit half an hour every day. Hopefully without fail.
Oh, okay.
It's like getting up in the morning and taking a shower. This is like getting up in the morning and taking a spiritual shower.
All right.
All right, so here, why don't you then send Laura an email? So Laura, we'll put it in the show notes. Actually, you could, are you anywhere near watching this on, you're probably not watching this at all as a live show. So why don't you text me? I got your number. There it is gonna be. So what's your name?
Richard?
Richard. Okay, Richard, thanks for showing up. I have your number here. So I'm going to, can I text you Laura's contact information? So she can work?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm just copying it down now, and we will text you how to get hold of her so she can work with you for the next 21 days. So any other questions you want to have just to help you do a short clearing around this right now?
Sure. The sooner they're gone, the better.
All right, so this will give you some temporary relief. So here goes. So I, Tyson Bannigan, in my I Am Consciousness, with assistance of Divine Mother, Creator God, and Divine Father of all that is, working with Richard and his soul level, I undertake an exorcism of possession to remove any and all intrusions into his energy field from any and all of his sources, known or unknown, whether it's derived from core fractures, toxic emotion, unresolved conflict that creates a doorway, or whether it's from curses, hooks, or any other intrusions. And we undertake the deep clearing protocol and run that 24/7, 365 in the background. And I clear his matriarchal, patriarchal, star family, soul family, and family of origin of any and all intrusions or gateways into his being. And I undertake this clearing through the multidimensional levels of reality throughout all time, space, and dimensions. And I declare it so in my holy name, so be it, it is done. So there's quite a bit of action going on with this one.
Mhm.
It's still going like crazy.
Can you have him tap his left foot really hard on the floor?
Yeah, so if you were a shaman and you wanted to make a command, you would stamp your foot. So bang it on the floor 3 times. Like if you had a staff and you were a shaman, you go, I declare it so, boom, boom, boom. Could you do that?
Oh, you mean like,
yeah, I
remove them, or?
Yeah, I declare it so, you know, that they're gone. So you can say, be gone, I declare it so. Boom, boom, boom. Could you do that? Like with this, mentally with a staff 3 times, like a wizard would.
Do I say it out loud? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't muck around. You're gonna boot them all out.
2D click. What was it? 2D declare.
I declare, be gone.
I declare, be gone. I declare, be gone. I declare, be gone.
So be it. Say, so be it.
So be it.
It is done.
There it goes. It's gone now. Thank you.
And I'll say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So Laura says that you were just cleared there in the moment. And if we can bring your energy field up in the next short period of time, repossession will be more and more difficult. So thanks for showing up in the show. Thanks for being brave to talk about entities. And thank you for just being you.
All right.
All right. Bye for now.
Yep.
All right. So there you are. Anything else out there, Laura? We've got a few more minutes to the top of the hour.
Nothing that I can see at this point.
All right. So one thing I wanted to mention is a couple things coming up. In the Dowsing and Energy Healing Closed Facebook group, there's a whole bunch of people that would like to know about the vagus nerve. And there's a whole bunch of people that are feeling that that's a gateway into their bodies that's being used by not some beneficial forces. So we would like to do a short workshop on that. It'll be $33. And it's scheduled, it was going to be scheduled this week, but it's just been too busy. So we're going to do it on Thursday, February the 20th at 3 p.m. Pacific. We'll put the link up and we'll be able to register in the Academy. We'll have a Zoom call links different than this that you can then phone it. It will be recorded. Don't worry if you missed the live show, it will be in the Academy as a short course, but better if you can show up live because then you can get your questions answered. So also coming up, if you're in the Sedona area, yours truly and my partner Sarah Roller will be teaching a Dowsing and Energy Healing workshop. It's a 2-day workshop in Sedona. The first day will be how to do dowsing and energy healing. And I'll be teaching you how to do it. I'll actually invite you to come right up on the stage and do it if you're brave enough to just say, hey, I can do that. It's on the 28th and 29th of March. On the 29th, we're going to be visiting 3 of the major vortexes in Sedona. So you're going to learn how to clear vortexes. What are they about? How to work with them and the energy in the landscape. So it's all going to be ley lines, energy lines, vortices, and all that sort of great stuff. So the first day is inside and the second day is outside. And if you can't make it to Sedona, don't worry. It's going to be on Zoom for the first day. And we're hoping to have the second day videotape. So it will be available for you to download for the second day. So if you can't be in person, don't worry, you can join us through Zoom. So that's on March 28th and 29th in Sedona. Okay, so and don't forget about the Empath Mastermind. So if you are a light worker, an empath, a highly sensitive person, you got a business, you want to take it to the next level, and you know working with 8 other people that are going to do the same thing, and you know that a mastermind where 3 or more are gathered, that you're going to have some rocket fuel in your business to take you to the next level, then head over to the Academy and sign up for the 6-month mastermind course. I think it's called, I can't even remember what it's called, but I'm so excited by this. I can't even remember the name of what we called for it. But it is really going to break you through as a group. And you're going to learn how to do this with other people too. So that's our goal, that what we teach you to do, you'll be able to turn around and teach other people. So if that's you, it's going to be $333 US for a month for 6 months. And we'll be meeting twice a month. And you'll have homework in between. So, and you'll also have a buddy system. So if that's you, please show up. So I think we're at the top of the hour. Any last things that you'd like to say, Laura? Actually, we got a few more minutes. I'm rushing it. We've got a few more minutes to the top of the hour.
We have like 9 more minutes.
We got 9 more minutes. I'm trying to close the show down. Oh,
You know, I just follow your lead, Ty. I'm not over here questioning you at all.
no, I know. I always sit ahead of myself. You know?
How about if you tell the listeners a little bit more about the vagus nerve anyway, because I know you are so smart and you've been doing this for so long, you know all of this stuff, but there's so many of my clients who are like, hey, what is a vagus nerve? I can feel them. They're tapping into my head
Yeah,
right
oh, I'm not absolutely sure. And to be honest with you, I got to do my own homework. But you know, I love the synchronicity because somebody just posted a whole bunch of graphics on the vagus nerve and had a whole bunch of 8 different, 10 different, 12 different ways to work with the vagus nerve just before this workshop. So it was good that it was delayed because all this new information came in. So that will be part of it. Will be 12 different ways to work with the vagus nerve and calm it down. So what little I know about it is the gateway to all of the other adrenal, all of your other glands. So it's the master control for all the glands in your body, which controls all your emotions, right? And your ability to sleep, you know, and regulates all of those systems in your body. So I would call it I like to think about it as my my inner shaman, or my elemental eye. Let's call it the elemental eye. Or it could be your inner shaman. The elemental eye is that part of your body that knows how to run all the inner systems. Like, I don't know if you, but I've ever had that experience, but I've had the experience in India about being bitten in the private parts by a scorpion. And I don't know if you've ever known anything about scorpions, but I should be dead, DEAD, from being bitten by a scorpion. Luckily, I had a conversation about somebody who the previous week had been bitten by a viper. He too should have been dead. And he told me the most important thing is to stay out of fear and breathe no matter what. So there I was in the middle of the night. I felt something come down onto my private parts. I whacked it and got bitten. I jumped out of bed and there was a scorpion on the bedroom floor when I turned the lights on. Why? Because I didn't put up a net over my bed. But anyway, so there's the scorpion and there's me. And what happens is it starts to take over or get in the way of your breathing. So now I have to remember how to breathe. And I don't know about you, but if you don't know how to breathe, you're dead, right? So rather than an automatic nervous system taking over the breathing and doing it for me, I had to consciously breathe. I got to tell you, that's the most exhausting thing you can imagine. All right, breathe in. All right, breathe out. You know, and had to do that as this adrenaline or this runs this nerve energy starts to cancel out your body, right? So I could say that it really taught me what it is to shut down your body and die. You know, like the masters say, they just shut down their organs and away they go. So I learned how to do that out of that. But I also learned that it's pretty scary when that elemental eye isn't fully activated and running in your subconscious. So let's say that this is like making commands or talking to your elemental eye, which is, by the way, your subconscious is a part of that as well, and why you do the deep clearing, because you're talking to the same elemental eye. You're saying, hey, run this program for me on automatic pilot, please. I don't want to think about this consciously anymore. I don't want to think about this any more than I'm breathing. So when I breathe in prana. When I breathe out what no longer serves me, right? Same technique. So back to the vagus nerve. It's the gateway between the skull, the brain, and the rest of your nervous system. Some people call that the gate, the
Gate
of Golgotha, or which is, you know, where Christ was crucified. So it's the mouth of God is another terminology. So some say that our atlas, which it sits on top of this, has been, for most people, that atlas is out of alignment. So if you're looking for the vagus nerve, you'll find it. If you take your fingers, run it up your spine, it's right in that indentation behind your neck. By the way, as a Rosicrucian, if you want to send healing energy, you put 3 fingers together in a triangle and you put it in that person right there, and you send them energy and it will revitalize them. It's almost like bringing them back from death, the doorway to death. Wow. So that's what I know about it. And that's where a lot of our trauma, you know, like where we've been sacrificed, drawn, quartered, crucified, buried alive, burnt at the stake, all those fears and traumas, like Christ being put on the cross, all those traumas of all those lifetimes can get locked into that. So that's a really good place traumatically to clear. Like, let's clear that out, right? And, you know, as your background, you know, you if you came to that call, you could also share how you would do that too, because that's what you learn, Oz, in your whole process too, right? Is how to deal with the different parts of the body that are stuck on the different levels that have that locked into the psychological aspect of the body. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Like you have clearings around this as well.
Yeah, and 2 days ago on Tuesday, I was listening to you, and I was driving, so I couldn't the reception was bad. I couldn't hear all of it, but you
Yeah.
were still talking about vagus nerve
Yeah.
and birth traumas as well. And I know that I have a birth trauma because it was a not very easy
Yeah.
birthing process, and they induced my mom, and they had to pull me with a forceps or
Yeah.
something. So after listening to you, I asked if I had a vagus nerve trauma or some misalignment there, and I found one, and I cleared it. And I had a very traumatic childhood. I
Right.
had lots of traumatic, like when I was 4 years old, my father got shot in the same car with me. I don't remember it since you don't remember much from 4 years old. But I had nightmares for like 5, 10 years during my childhood, and I never felt safe in this world after that experience. And for the last few years, I've been clearing all those traumas back in my childhood.
Yeah.
And that made so much sense. I wish I knew about the vagus nerve and everything years ago, so I didn't have to go through all of those traumatic events
Right.
in cycles. I have been in explosions and other stuff, shootings and stuff. So
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It's
I
time
had
to bring this
lots of
to an end.
stuff when I was young.
So that's what I was saying when you know what your divine gifts are and you know when you're at right angles to it and there's reoccurring patterns, that's a reoccurring pattern for you as near-death experiences repeating over and over and over again, saying your body's saying to you, I want you to up level spiritually. I want you to show up in the world completely differently. I'm not going to let you feel safe in your body until you understand that I have a message for you. So it's another way that your body is saying to you, come
Mhm.
on, let's get this together. So it's exciting that you're bringing that up, and because it'd be really great if we can get that cleared out for you on all the different levels of all the trauma, then again, your architectural business is going to like just take off, right? And the beauty of this is you could think of this as a negative, all those emotions that are trapped from your child, but in actual fact, they're gifts. They're really saying, we don't want you to be fully awake as an empath because you wouldn't know what to do with your divine gifts. So we're going to let you work this out over time as your gifts come on so that you're ready emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually for these gifts so you don't go into overwhelm, right?
I know I wouldn't be here if I didn't go through all those things in my life.
Exactly.
So I'm
Exactly.
grateful for all of them. But if you asked me 3 years ago, I wouldn't say this. I was
No,
like,
no, no, no. You would say, I'm out of here.
I don't want this. I was like,
Yeah, right.
why did this happen to me? What
Yeah,
did I
it
do
isn't a
wrong?
fair world. It's not fair. You know, why did you
Yeah,
do
I
it?
was like that 3 years ago, but now I feel grateful for all those things in my life, and
Right.
I stopped blaming others or the creator.
Right.
Hmm.
And that's a big one. When I do clearing toxic emotion, most of it, not all of it, you know, some of it can be rooted with our parents. A lot of it comes from people are pissed off with God. Hey, God,
Yeah,
you
and
didn't
I was a
do
very
it.
rebellious child
Yeah.
after all those traumas.
Yeah.
And I was rebellious against government or my boss, and I
Mhm.
was always against injustice.
Yeah.
That was my biggest thing, and that's why I was like blocking myself or
Yeah.
yeah.
You're carrying around a big Archangel Michael sword,
Hmm.
chopping and dicing your way through the life. Yeah, I was like that too. Yeah, so you know, we learning how to use our empathic gifts is really can be quite a struggle, but it's well worth the struggle because we weren't here to fit in the first place. And if we had fit in, we wouldn't be able to use our gifts. So the fact that it was rough for us and we couldn't fit in and weren't here to fit in, now when we get comfortable in our bodies and can work through our trauma, then our gifts come online, and now we're here to bring about change and transformation on a planetary level. That's why we're here. So welcome to this, welcome to planet Earth, and thanks for signing up for the job.
And for explaining the vagus nerve a little bit better. And that's wonderful. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but thank you for the experience so that we could learn from you. So thank you.
Yeah. So if you feel like it, come on to the call and talk about how you did your clearing for your vagus nerve, because there's going to be multiple ways
Mhm.
you can do it. as a theater person. You can do it through Access Consciousness. You can do it through removing toxic emotions. You can do it through heart resonance. You can do it through emotion code. You can do it, all sorts of different ways. Some of those I just mentioned, have those techniques, or you can do it through the deep clearing protocol. But the thing is, we just want to do it. And what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for the other person. So the more techniques we can pack in for people to choose the one that works the best for them, the better it's going to be for everybody. There's not just one royal road to enlightenment. There's multiple roads, right?
There's a bunch of other roads going.
Exactly. I love that. What is that painted on, by the way? Is that cloth?
No, it's just a big canvas.
Oh, on a canvas. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I love it.
It's too close, but
Yeah.
it's a good one. Right there.
I love it. It is beautiful. All right, everybody. It is truly past the top of the hour. Any last brilliant words, Laura? Wrap this up.
There is one question from Tony. He sent some cash to his sister and about 3 weeks ago, and he was wondering if it would reach her or not, if there was any chance of it actually getting to her.
Wow, where is his sister? Or is it somewhere uniquely different or something?
Well, it's in Canada, so it must be going through.
Yeah, is it going to reach her? The answer is yes. How many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 days away.
5 more days?
Yeah.
Thank you. And that's the end of all of the questions.
I just wanted to say, how do I pronounce your name properly? Is it Oz?
It's Ozge.
Ozge. So
Ozge.
Ozge, you can always come to Canada, and then you have the metric system.
Yeah, I know. I have friends in Canada too.
Yeah, and I'll meet you at the border. So, anytime you want.
Except that it's really cold there. Just remember.
It's not colder than Wisconsin. Nobody in their right mind lives in Wisconsin. So there you are.
Oh my Lord. I agree. I'm coming there to move in with you, Tyson.
All right. Thanks for showing up in the show. It was lots of fun. So until next week, same time, same place. This is Tyson Bannigan, your host, and
Laura Cool.
And
Ozge.
So same time, same place next week. Until next week, be healthy,
Wealthy.
and wise.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
She doesn't know that one yet.
Yeah, I know. So bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
For quality online wellness products, courses, and services, visit our sponsors, thewellnessstore.ca and the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy located at thewellnessacademy.ca. To stay in touch, visit us at thewellnessshow.ca. And until next time, be healthy, wealthy, and wise.